So we go here and start the design of one level, and because all of the levels are pretty much similar, our work is pretty much done after we complete this one level, because there's not much difference between the design of the different levels. So we do a part of the sewage and the venting system that we have here, RV meaning vent and RS meaning riser sewage. And then we can proceed to the detailing here where we can see the vent and the sewer as well. And then let's see what we have. Then the different levels. So this is the roof and these are the levels and the design of them. So let's go back to the plan. Now there's one thing that I can do. I can copy one of the files of the plans. So Control C here. Then Control N, open on this, ACAD ISO, and Control V here to paste it. Then Z plus enter and E plus enter. Alright, so we have an excess line here. Let's delete it. So let's see where the plan is. It's right here. So enter here. And zoom in on the plan to find the base 0 points and then assign it to the base point once again. Alright, so it seems that the sewer itself wasn't copied, and let's see what the problem is. So we do the procedure once again. So we go over here and copy the plan, and then Control C, then here Control V, then M plus enter, and then we have to select the detailing that we have. So select all of these and then use Control M to move them to the initial plan that we pasted here. Alright, so select all of these and then move them and then paste them right here. Now I'm going to delete the second plan and the first one as well because we don't actually need it. We just needed the base point that we assigned. Or if you want to work with the design even more carefully, I can hit Ctrl Z and then I'll create a rectangle here in the AutoCAD file. So then later on, if you want to move it or use it in the Revit, we'll know where the base point actually is. But overall, we'll try to import the file into the Revit file as light as possible. Therefore, we'll have to purge anything that's not necessary and get rid of them, and then close this window. Alright, these are all fine, and leave the text to be because we'll use them later on. I'll type in UN and put the units on meters, hit OK, and then Ctrl S to save it. Alright, back on this. So I'll save it right here in the CAD folder and I'll name it 02-SA-RV-level 6. Alright, after typing that, I'll hit save to close the window. Now I'll go here and hit the copy full file path option, and then I'll proceed to the Revit file. Now in order to see the level 6, first I'll go to one of the views that we have, let's say the north view, so we can pinpoint the exact location of the level 6. So here right click on the level and select go to floor plan option. Alright, then here in the plan of the level, we'll have to control the view range using the edit option. Then here in the menu of the view range, I'll put the offset on 2.3 or 3.2. Then the cut plane offset on 1.2 and the bottom offset on -0.7 and the level offset on -0.7. Then apply and OK. Now I put the offset on that because I wanted to see the bottom of the floor as well in the view range. Now let's open up the view range once again, this time putting the top offset on 2.2. Then I'll hit apply and let's see. Alright, now it's just a bit better, but let's change it once again to 3 meters and hit apply to see. So here we have the suspended ceiling, and because I don't want to see it in this level, I'll put it back to 2.2. Because normally the vent pipes are placed above the level and the sewer pipes below the level, and that's what we want to see here. Let's just fix the sewer first and then proceed up. So here we have a column. So let me go to the insert tab and link the CAD file here. So to the link CAD option, and then here in the file name, I'll paste the name of the file that I've copied and put the unit on meter and open. All right, and as you can see, the file has been linked and inserted here. All right, and now in this part, I need to return back to the AutoCAD file and close the plan that we have here, and then go to the detailing of the level that we're designing. And let's see, here we have the sewer, and over here we have some sinks. Now let's just imagine that we have a couple of washing machines, whether it's dish or clothes, and each one of these need a venting pipe above them. The vent goes all the way through here. But in some places like this where we have a column, the joinery beside this is largened. Now the ones of you who are mechanics and have worked with structures like these can imagine this part better than I. Or for example, here where we have a column, a lot of places like these where we don't have a duct, we have to move the riser alongside the column itself. And the joinery here surrounds the area of the column and gives a look to the column that is actually bigger than what it is. For example, here we have the same case as well. Here where we have the column, we have to fix the work of the joinery and strengthen it and increase the size of it in a square shape where it doesn't give us a bad look. And overall, we just need to fill in the gaps that we have around the column itself. All right, now let's go back to the Revit file. And once again, I should emphasize the fact that the paths that we have in the plan here are 2D paths. And in a lot of the situations, you need to actually change the pathways yourself. Now go to the Systems tab and select the pipe tool. All right, and through the menu, I'll change the type of the pipe to PVC sanitary. Now the different sizes that we can see here are 2, 3, 4, and then we enter the riser itself. Put the slope on down and the value of it on 1%. Now I'll put the diameter on 125 millimeters for now, which will change later on. For the middle elevation, I'll put in minus 0.65, and then in the plan we'll start from this point right here. Then we draw all the way up to this point. All right, I'll put it on Fine Settings and OK. Now I'll select the pipe itself. Then through the mechanical section, I'll put the system type on sanitary, and then we get to the riser itself. In a lot of the situations, we can actually design the riser first. And for example, in the riser settings itself, I'll put the diameter on 125 millimeters because usually the size of the riser is either equal to the pipe itself or it's bigger. Alright, the system type is on sanitary and the middle elevation is going to be on 0. Then we draw in the plan and then we change the middle elevation to 5, then apply. And there we go. Now I'll select the riser itself, and then let's take a look at the constraints. We have the top elevation and the middle and the bottom elevations, which are correct for now, and the riser itself goes up. After that, I'll proceed to the plumbing fixtures section, and then here we have the roof drain, which we can select through the menu. And then for the type of the drain itself, because we have 3 inches here, for the type of it, I'll need, let's see what we have here. I'll go with 125 millimeters by 100. And then I'll open up the edit type. Here, let's see, we have the pipe radius on 50 millimeters, which is okay. And so I'll put the settings on place on face, and then I'll place the drain right here. Alright, then I'll select the drain itself and go to the edit type and create a duplicate here. And in the name, I'll put in 75 instead of 100 millimeters and delete the 2 at the end. Then I'll change the pipe diameter to 75. There we go.